Welcome to Study Loop.
This is the answer to Chapter 22, problem number 5 from the Smith Organic Chemistry textbook. This problem gives us 8 compound names, and we're asked to draw a structure for each name. And so the rules for naming carboxylic acid derivative compounds are nicely summarized in table 22.2. It's on the page or maybe 2 pages above this question, but the rules are also discussed at length above that. But table 22.2 has a pretty good summary. Okay, so for A, we have 5-methyl heptanoyl chloride. So heptanoyl tells us that this is going to be a 7-carbon chain, and it's going to be an acid chloride. Okay, so that is going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's our acid chloride. And of course, the carbon that is part of the carbonyl would actually be carbon number 1. And so in that case, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5-methyl heptanoyl chloride. Okay, so there is that. For B, we have isopropyl propanoate. And so this is going to be an ester. And so propanoate tells us that we're going to have 3 carbons on the side with the carbonyl. And then we'll have our other oxygen, and we'll have an isopropyl group there. So there we go, isopropyl propanoate. For C, we have acetic formic anhydride. And so this is a mixed anhydride. So the one side is going to be formic anhydride, so a single carbon. Then we have our central anhydride oxygen, and then our other side is an acetic group. So 1 carbon, 2 carbons. Okay, so that's acetic formic anhydride. For part D, we have N-isobutyl N-methyl butane amide or butanamide. Okay, so N-isobutyl, so we have an isobutyl group on our nitrogen, N-methyl, so we have a methyl group on our nitrogen as well, butanamide. So let's start with butanamide. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's our carbonyl. Here's our nitrogen that makes this an amide. And then we have a methyl group on the N and an isobutyl group. And so there they are. So N-isobutyl N-methyl butanamide. So there we go. For E, we have 3-methyl pentane nitrile. Okay, so pentane nitrile is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 nitrile. So that our carbon 1 is going to be the nitrile carbon. And so then we'll have 4 more for that pentane chain. And then we have a methyl group at carbon 3. And so there that is. Okay. For F, F is going to be orthocyanobenzoic acid. Okay, so cyanobenzoic acid. Okay, so we can start by drawing the benzene ring. Orthocyanobenzoic. Okay, so let's draw benzoic acid. So here's benzoic acid. Orthocyano. So in the ortho position, we have a nitrile or a cyanide. And so there's orthocyanobenzoic acid. All right. For G, we have sec-butyl 2-methyl hexanoate. Okay, sec-butyl 2-methyl hexanoate. Okay, so we have a hexanoate as sort of the base of this molecule. 6. So it's a 6-carbon ester with a 2-methyl substitution. So there's that. And then the other side of our ester is going to be a sec-butyl group. And so there is a sec-butyl group. Okay, and so that's sec-butyl 2-methylhexanoate. And so lastly, for H, we have N-ethyl hexanamide. Okay, so hexanamide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here is hexanamide. And then N-ethyl, 1, 2. So there's our ethyl group on the nitrogen. And nitrogen always makes 3 bonds. So we need to put 1 hydrogen on it. Okay, and so there we go. There's N-ethyl hexanamide. And again, if you need to review any of these rules or practice, table 22.2 has a good summary of the rules for naming carboxylic acid derivatives. And that's the answer to chapter 22, problem number 5.